touchdown to Belfast, Ireland, where it is raining and pouring, and the airport is filled with potatoes and leprechauns. Just kidding. And we have a very good system, like good radio and a really dope car from Kia. Very dope, and some good music. Yeah, very good music.
Underneath the Belfast Museum of the Titanic. Titanic, a subject of the movie called Titanic, where a ship which went from Belfast to, I think, London, then to Southampton, then to New York, but stopped in its tracks by the cursed iceberg. R.I.P. Titanic. My heart will go on. Draw me like your French girls.
After the Titanic Museum, which explores the birth of the idea of the Titanic and its eventual being hit by an iceberg to being eventually found again in the bottom of the sea, me and Dad decided to go on a guided bus around Belfast. Isn't it right? Okay. We're still sticking to plan, and we're in the world's best car parking view in history. Nice. Yep. I'm guessing the big building thing, some political, I presume a parliament with Sinn Féin and DUP in it. Maybe one of each. It's not even St. Patrick's Day, and there's a lot of green stuff and a lot of Irish material. Seriously, loads. Okay, right over there is a film studio, and right back there is where they filmed Game of Thrones, just so you know. Yeah, it's just nothing but a green screen set. And it's actually the Titanic Museum.
A bit of a rule of thumb is if you're walking about the city centre later on and you're looking for somewhere good to eat and you see a little restaurant that looks decent, chances are it's probably quite nice. So maybe we even best just to call in and see what the menu looks like. And that has caused violence here in the past. It's caused some very violent riots to break out here almost on a daily basis at one point. Now, thankfully those riots just don't happen here anymore.
Just went through suburbs, we saw some Irish flags and some Palestine flags. So what really surprised me is the Alaskan flags right there, which kind of looks like the very disassembled EU flag. I'm not sure why Alaska is special in Ireland, unless they have like a large community for Alaskans, but who knows?
In jail in the 1970s, served time in the maze just not too far outside of that.
Yeah, I'll take a picture from
Fidel Castro as well, all representing a message or a story that can be linked into by the community here in the Falls Road within this area of West Belfast. Now we're passing actually through a pair of security gates just now. You'll see them here on the left and the right hand side. And once again you'll see these gates on the left and right hand side just now. And we're passing through these gates with essentially Peace Wall or Peace Line here in West Belfast. And on the other side of those gates on the left, and the wall in front of us is 1048 you'll find in the country. 1017 you'll find here in Belfast. And that wall in fact is one of the tallest and longest here in the city, standing well over 40 feet tall, stretching for several miles straight ahead of us in the distance. The wall on the left-hand side was originally built back in about 1969 by the British Army when they first arrived here in Belfast at the beginning of the Troubles. But throughout my lifetime it's become known as Europe's longest art installation. Thanks to the International Graffiti Contest held here in May time of every year. You can see the results of that on your left. Now the wall there on the left-hand side has also been signed by many thousands of people over the years. You can see their signatures there on your left. Signatures of people from all over the world who've been to Belfast, signed their names to the wall, left their messages of peace and of reconciliation, hopes and dreams and consolations. And you're welcome to come back here and sign them all yourselves during your stay in Belfast. It can be a very inspiring watch to take. You can read those messages, and it's very, very interesting to see the different opinions of people from all around the world as to what they think of the wall and what it means to them. The Shankill Memorial Gardens, put in place many Shankill Road just now.
Okay, what was bizarre about visiting Belfast today, there was loads of tattoo stores. I feel like one for every 3 or 2 blocks, they had to have a tattoo store. There was like loads of them. I'm not sure about you, I think Irish people have a genuine thing with tattoos, or it's just Conor McGregor. Before he trashed a bus in New York. And also, waiting for tomorrow I'm going to Londonderry, which is a city on the other side of Northern Ireland. And also, it was on the news today that was 20 years after the Good Friday Agreement, which pretty much put the end of most violence from the Troubles era, from the late 60s to the late 90s. When thousands of people were killed and tens of thousands were injured from bombings and shootings and acts of terrorism. Today we're going from Belfast to a small town which I can't even know the title of, or we're going pretty much near Torhead, which is a small coastal town.
Now turn right, and then right.
Then from Torhead we're going to Londonderry. Yeah, pretty much driving along the northern coast, or what we're doing for the first bit of the morning. Whilst travelling down, we discovered our radio doesn't play CDs. Either you play iTunes, Spotify, or play from your phone box. At least we got some decent radio on, and it's very good to have now. I'm blue, Yep, we walk across there, a rocky place, now down with grass, and a bit more rocks, and half of it kind of looks like a swamp, it kind of looks like one, and some there that have gaps that are kind of jumpable, like 3, 2, 1, but we're trying to make our way back onto the path to the stepways here. Yep, I'm on the giant steps, or the giant slopes, and a mega sculptures, and I'm pretty much surrounded, and it's heaving as heck with tourists. And my dad's taking a picture of the waves. How adorable. And it's beautiful as I expected. Hello, I'm on top of the mountain, climbed it, from the steepest parts here, and I did it. Currently in Londonderry, or Derry City, depending on your religious stance. I am in the walled city where this part of the city was originally there, and years later they've built out of it and they've built across to there, which is of course on suburbs. And it's pretty length, and yes, we are walking on the wall. Very big wall, and the suburbs of Stroke City. That's what they apparently call it, to avoid angering someone.
Yep.
And now, back to the airport. And currently driving down to the airport. My evaluation of Northern Ireland is pretty much this country is unlike anything I've pretty much been to, where the religious and political rivalries are pretty much kind of in your face, to be entirely honest. Yeah, there's the more right-wing pro-Israeli Protestant groups and the left-wing pro-Palestine Catholic groups. Yeah, it's kind of like watching Conan when you visited Israel and Palestine. It's kind of like that, but not in the middle of a desert, and the beaches are not too Middle Easty. And apologies, it's just the cars. Stop for all the traffic lights. Yes, it's obviously this presence of its past history there, from the steel workers working in the Titanic, and the IRA violence that happened from the late 60s to the late 90s. Especially, like, it's now like 20 years since the Good Friday Agreement just came into force and put the hold on violence, and add to the fact that Brexit is happening, and that Northern Ireland are marginally voted Remain. It's going to be a tricky future to think about what could happen to Northern Ireland, like peace process and its political parties like DUP and Sinn Féin.